The story behind one of Sacramento's most notorious crimes is hitting the big screen in a way you would never expect.
The film's a comedy.
Yep, that's right, a comedy about the couple that now lives inside the home where Dorothea Puente killed some of her tenants and buried them in her yard.
New tonight, CBS 13's Tony Lopez has their unusual take on living in the house on F Street.
It's the house where evil once lurked, in the form of a woman you've no doubt heard about. Dorothea Puente, one of Sacramento's most notorious serial killers. The unassuming, grandmotherly-like operator of a boarding house who drugged and killed some of her tenants in the late 1980s. 7 were found dead, their remains buried in the yard of this quaint-looking Victorian, 1426 F Street. Home to Tom Williams and Barbara Holmes.
That was fun.
Yeah, the whole thing is very, very strange.
A quirky couple with a sharp eye for style and unique sense of humor. One look at what they have standing on their front porch will tell you they've embraced this home's twisted past.
I love their sense of humor.
When LA filmmaker Nick Coles met Barbara and Tom,
This is mine. This is our police line shower curtain. Barbara wants another.
he decided to showcase their easygoing attitude and make the spirit behind this sign come to life.
We moved in here in November 2010, and it's taken up most of our life ever since. A lot of people won't have anything to do with the house. They think it's haunted. They think it's too creepy.
The result? The House is Innocent, a short documentary where the focus is not on the murders.
It's really not about what really happened here, it's what they've done. What they've done to improve the place.
We spent the whole summer remodeling, working nonstop. Gutted the house and made it as beautiful as we could.
The 14-minute doc has already won awards and was recently selected to be showcased at next month's Sacramento Film and Music Festival. It chronicles, in comedic form, this journey of transformation of the house on F Street.
People would say, I can't believe anybody would buy that. And we're just kind of going,
Yeah, it was not going to change, and you might as well just feed it, so I fed it.
Tom continues to feed it today. As he showed us around the home, we saw the room where Puente killed her victims.
This is where she would lay them out.
It's now Tom and Barbara's master bedroom.
Not much happens in here.
His sense of humor rings out loud and clear. Walk down the staircase where Puente dragged her victims into the yard to bury them, and you see one of many signs displayed around the home.
I thought about her getting down there, and it would have been slide, thump, slide, thump, slide, thump as she went down the stairs. It's probably pretty tacky.
Well, that's probably what happened, though.
It's probably what happened, yeah.
Other signs are put up throughout the yard, intended to fight the heinous acts that occurred here with humor. And Cole's documentary captures it all. It is the essence of acceptance.
I think it's a nice way of kind of looking at history and how to move on from something so horrible and tragic. They've kind of lifted a veil of darkness over a house that had so many negative connotations for so long.
Even the detective who dug up the first remains in Dorothea Puente's yard, John Cabrera, who's featured in the film, sees it as a turning point.
This is a house that's been reborn. Yeah, 7 people were buried in the yard. Yes, this was a house of horrors, but it no longer lingers.
The pain for many still does linger, though. That's not lost on Tom and Barbara, nor the filmmaker.
At the end of the film, we do a little in memory of, and we list them all.
But again, the film's goal is to help turn the page on one of Sacramento's most infamous dwellings.
To be fair, it's not really about the actual crimes that took place here, but it's really about what you do with a place that has a stigma attached to it, and how do you move on from that.
Tom and Barbara have moved on, the only way they know how.
You know, humor is great for healing.
This documentary is opening doors for Tom, Barbara, and the filmmaker. Not only has it been accepted into film festivals here in the U.S., in Canada, in Mexico, and Europe, it is now qualified to be considered as a potential Academy Award nominee.
So Tom and Barbara plan to offer tours of the home before the documentary showing on September 12th, and they say all the money raised will go to a local homeless charity.